Hello and welcome to Golden Queen's Bonsai. This is my first video and I'm going to be wiring these couple trees. This is Eastern White Pine and also I have one Japanese Black Pine and Himalayan Cedar that I'm super excited about. I just got yesterday from Home Depot for free. They were throwing it away. So let's begin. I'm going to use some 3mm wires and also some pliers to cut the wires. I already removed some of the dead leaves from these pines. These pines are from my little greenhouse that I just brought in. I just realized that I should give a little bit form to them. So first I'm just going to measure this wire. This is again a 3mm aluminum wire. You want to put that a little bit down below and this should be enough. I'm going to cut that over here. Alright, I'm going to insert this, and this tree is bending a little bit this way already, so I'm going to wire it clockwise. Oh, that's very nicely. Alright. Okay, I decided not to remove this little shoot, but I have several over here. And right underneath there's another, so I snipped that off. I'm going to keep that as a winter cutting. Let me come around this. Alright, so I've reached the apex here. And I'm not going to cut this tree back right now. Again, it's just December, end of December. It's going to be fine as it is. I just want to give a little bit of movement to the trunk. And also I'm going to wire these little shoots down. Let's see how it's going to go. Alright, so what I'm trying to do with the trunk, it's already snapping a little bit. Not too bad. Alright, a little bit of S shape. It has to be three-dimensional S shape, so I think I achieved that alright. Well, let's see what I can do with these little shoots. Now this is inside the S, so that's probably won't stay. I'm gonna leave that on right now. I'm going to wire this one down there, this one down. That's gonna be perfect. Those two wired together. I'm going to get a much smaller wire. Alright, I decided on a 1mm wire. So what we're trying to do is wire two little branches together. How this little tree looks. I'm going to pull it up here. Little S on the trunk. Little pads here and there. Okay, this is our second little white pine, Eastern White Pine. Again, I'm going to use a 3mm wire to give a little shape for the trunk. That's about right. Don't want to waste too much wire. Alright, again, it has a little bit of a movement there, so I'm going to wire it this direction. Now this pine I actually planted in a more common bonsai soil. I'm gonna give a little movement for this. So we turn the tree this way, so I'm going to move it down a little bit. And again, with these pines, what you want to do is a old ragged look and a little bit of an S shape. This is a little bit older. It's a little bit harder to bend. I think I got this. Okay. There would be a little bit more movement over here. Perfect. A little bit down. All right, not too shabby, not too shabby. All right, good. Good, excellent. I'm happy with this. Again, it's very interesting that it buds from the same exact location. I'm going to wire a couple of these out. Okay, so I'm going to wire these couple more branches. I was thinking to change the apex, but I'm just going to wire these two. I have no idea. I'm going to go with these guys. Maybe that could be the apex in the future. And I could remove this. It's already going to the right direction. So I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to make a little cutlings. Let's see, I'm going to wire this out. And there we have it, folks. I'm not sure about the styling yet, but this is how it is. Lovely little shoots coming out there. It has the little trunk work. That's all I was concerned about. So this little guy is done too. Just a little close-up. Little S shape. I didn't really want to stress it too hard. And the little branches, there's a little bit of shoots coming out everywhere. Maybe I'll see the final design one day, hopefully soon. Okay, we have a lovely little black pine in here. I just got it out of my greenhouse. It's probably a couple years old. I put it in a lovely pot. It's very healthy. It's got much stronger. I'm going to try to develop something interesting in this trunk. It's a little bit woody already. Then I'm not sure what to do with this. This is getting even thicker than the base trunk. So probably I will cut this off, but perhaps not right now. Maybe in the springtime. I'm just going to try to make some interest in this trunk line with a 3mm wire. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not, but let's try. So we got our 3mm wire here. I'm going to anchor it into the ground. So I'm only need this much. I guess I can bring that out a little bit. Now I'm going to go all the way up there just to move this branch a little bit down, making that an apex. All right, and this tree has a little bit of natural movement, clockwise movement, so I'm going to try to bend it this way. So this one is going all the way down. I have to anchor it. And now let's try now. For now. All right, so now for the little movement into the trunk. Let's try. We'll try to give a little bit from the bottom. Okay. All right, it's getting there. It's a little bit. A little bit of bend there and there. All right, now this guy, oh beautiful. It actually made a nice little bend. I'm gonna try to move this back a little bit. Okay, good. Again, I don't want to keep this up high. I'm just going to move this down. It's going to look funny like a cascading thing. But basically what I want to do is bringing this little branch up to become the new apex. And this looks like a 1.5 wire. We're going to apply this. Now this is a very important branch, so I'm not going to be stingy with the wire. I'm going to have to anchor it down to the main branch over there. All right, now I'm going to move this little branch up. Perfect. So this will become my apex. This will be a sacrificial branch. I'm going to chop it off. Maybe it's even going to grow some nice little branches somewhere along that I will be able to use. We'll see. So this one is done. Looks great. All right, so the only real thing I really wanted to do with this little tree is giving it a little bit of interest to the trunk. I think I've done that. Also, that ginormous big branch will need to go. This will be the apex, that little branch. All right, I think we are done with this guy. This is again a Japanese black pine. All right, and this is the main attraction, Cedrus deodora. This is a Himalayan cypress, and I got this yesterday at Home Depot for free. They were tossing it out. So I figure if I can give a little bit of movement to the bottom, I'm probably going to chop off a couple of these lower leaves too. I haven't even looked at below, but who cares? A free tree is a free tree. All right, that looks beautiful. It does have a little bit of interest. It's potted in a good soil, so I'm not going to bother repotting it obviously right now. I'm just going to chop off a couple little branches that I don't care about. Lovely little shoots coming out actually everywhere. This is a lovely little tree. Alright, I'm going to bend it that way around. So actually it's going to be counterclockwise. I'm going to have to wire it this way because I'm gonna twist this that way and that the other way. Well, it's two different directions, but we will see what we can do. Again, I only have a 3mm wire for this kind of trunk size. Probably you could use even more. We might need to even go twice with this wire. So the first wire is on. I'm not sure how sturdy it's going to be. Well, let me try. Oh, this is a much more developed trunk. It's highly unlikely I will be able to move it at all. Well, maybe. But I will need another wire for sure. So let me just take another wire. This time it's going to be a little bit longer so I can actually include the new apex. Now let's see if it can move this trunk. Oh no, still not. It's still not hard enough. It just doesn't want to keep it. Well, should we wire one more? Okay, why not? What can you do? I just try to see if this can be done. Too much resistance still. And it just bounces right back. The third 3mm wire. All right, third wire applied. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, a little bit more. Bending a little bit more. Not really the direction I wanted to bend it. That's okay. All right, seem to be holding nicely. Okay, we give a little bit of twist to it. Probably that's all I'm gonna be able to do. Unless I could move it down a little. But it doesn't necessarily want to stay. Alright, with this, we're going to move that around. And it's definitely have a little bit more character to it. I'm not going to apply more wire to it. So whatever it's going to hold, it's going to hold. I'm fine with it. All right, so this is obviously a huge mess now. And what I'm going to do, I'm not even going to bother with this as an apex. I think I'm going to just leave one of these as an apex. I'm going to chop off a couple of these top because I don't like it. And it's getting a little too tall anyway. These are not too healthy and it's lost its spunk. This might be my new apex actually. I'm going to chop off that entire top. Actually, this might be an even better apex because it's coming this way. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I was hoping for a little bit more work on this, but I'm very happy about the movement of the trunk. I mean, I didn't have too much hopes because it's an older tree and it's quite thick, so I'm glad that I could move a little bit. Oh, this looks pretty good. I don't like that all of this foliage on top of each other, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Alright, so for these guys, let's start from the bottom, I guess. I'm not too concerned about the top because this will be gone. So I'm not even going to work on that. Here, I'm going to wire out these couple first. This is not necessarily the nicest branch. I'm going to wire it out and out like that. I'm gonna use a 2mm wire for this. And guys, before you make any comments on all of these wirings, just keep in mind, I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be a professional. I'm just a tree enthusiast that has too small of a yard for big trees. Therefore, I decided I'm going to have 100 tiny little trees. This is my first video, first attempt to actually even wire. I have been watching a bunch of YouTube videos. Thank you, Adam from Notion Bonsai, Yale from Germany. Also, one of my favorite is Xavier from the Bonsai Retreat from the UK. You guys inspire me, and probably thousands of others. Obviously, you cannot be not watching Heron's Bonsai, Peter Chang. Alright, so this one goes down and a little bit up. Goes down, a little bit up. Okay, there we go. Just creating a little bit of interest. Again, this is not the final by any chance, by any means. Not the final wiring, but just to look a little bit more like a bonsai. So this is it. Again, I didn't really make too much to it. It just has a little bit of a trunk adjustment. It's not a complete upright tree anymore. There are a couple branches just for fun. This is my first attempt of styling this. All of these are going to get off of this tree in a spring. I'm going to have a major cut on this tree and we will check back to this then. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to click like if you enjoy the content. In addition, please feel free to subscribe.